I'm going to talk about why calories are important for fat loss, okay? What's interesting is the time I'm recording this video, I'm actually in the process of growing a mullet. So if you're seeing me now in person and I've got a mullet, then this was before. What you're trying to achieve with fat loss is to expend more calories than you're consuming. But it's not quite as simple as that because of so many different variables. You're gonna have some days that are more difficult to hit your calorie target than other days, and that is due to, different life events coming up. You might be busy some days, you might be out on the go, and it might be a bit more difficult. But what we're looking to create is a consistent calorie intake throughout the week, over the 7 days, an average calorie intake that you're hitting consistently, you will achieve fat loss, okay? So when you've got a sporadic calorie intake throughout the week, that's when it becomes more challenging because your calories are all over the place, your metabolism's all over the place. Together we're going to create a calorie controlled diet for yourself that is going to be very consistent. It's going to lead to fat loss, okay, and we can manage different events that come up to help you stay on track. Some days you will go over your calorie goal by maybe 100, 200, maybe even 300 some days, and it is not the end of the world. You're going to have bad days, you're going to have days where you mess up, but what is important is you get back on track the next day. I'm not looking for 100% accuracy throughout the week because no one is perfect apart from me. No, I'm joking. So 80% what we're looking for throughout the week. Don't stress if you go over. Don't stress if you go under a little bit, because you don't like what I can see is some guys will be under by like 100 or 200 and they're like forcing themselves to get them extra 100 calories in the evening. Like, it does not matter. It's just a number. Like, it doesn't matter, if you don't hit it one day. It's just a number, okay, and it's just an average estimate, okay? There's no specific calorie intake that's right for anyone, okay? All we're doing is going from data, lifestyle, and professional guidance from myself. Unless you've binged and smashed out like 10,000 calories in one day, you're not going to mess up your progress, okay? Like, even if you went over by like 500 or whatever, it's not much of a big deal, okay? And that's where having the accountability of me comes in, because I educate you about calories, educate you about nutrition, and that way you can learn that, if I do go over, it ain't a big deal. I just know I need to get back on track, okay? And also in future videos, I'm going to teach you about understanding weight fluctuations, because when you do go over your calories or you maybe eat more than you expected, your weight will fluctuate and it might go up, but I'm going to educate you about that so you don't stress and panic when that does happen, because it's really important to know if you want to sustain your results long term. One thing you can do, and one thing I do with certain of one-to-one clients, is we have higher calorie days and lower calorie days. And the reason this is important is because everyone's lifestyle is different. Some people like to have higher calorie days on the weekend. Some people like to have, lower calorie days on their rest days. And it all depends what kind of lifestyle that you've got. It might work better for you to have like a consistent calorie intake in the week and maybe 2 or higher days on the weekend, or 2 higher days in the week. Everyone is different, so don't stress and thinking like, I have to hit this number. Some days you can pinch a couple hundred calories from one day and add it to another. Once again, it is just a number. So remember, my job is to teach you and educate you about nutrition, about calories, so in the future you have the knowledge and the tools to maintain your results, and you don't revert back to old habits. A consistent calorie intake is also important for muscle building, okay, for recovery, for energy levels, to make sure you're training with intensity, okay, and having a consistent calorie intake will really help with you being able to push your sessions, providing you with fuel for the gym and day-to-day life to get your steps in, your cardio and things like that, okay? So this is almost the basics and the habits that you're going to start building, and that's going to help for muscle building, for fat loss, and once again to really help with your education within the program. And then before you know it, mate, you have the right tools and knowledge to maintain your results.